Did you know that 1 in 5 young adults in the US ages 18 to 25 experienced a mental illness in the past year? Rates of anxiety among this population has increased by over 50% in the last decade. If that isn't a cause for concern, check this out. The National Alliance of Mental Illness indicates that on average, people wait 11 years between the onset of mental health symptoms and getting treatment. This means that there's people out there silently struggling with severe anxiety, broken relationships, and even physical health problems for over a decade before they reach out for help. Imagine how much pain could be avoided if they simply stop waiting and start healing. My name is Leo Esquivel, and I'm a professional counselor that makes mental health videos that are simple to understand and practical to apply to help you elevate your mental health. If you're looking for that type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now, it is very important that we define the term mental health. We hear a lot of people on the internet talking about it, yet there's still some confusion about what it is and what it isn't. Mental health is simply your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It's basically how you think, feel, and act. I remember a while back, I was having a conversation with a group of men about mental health, and one of the guys in the group came up to me and said, "You know what, Leo? I don't believe in mental health." He said that he viewed it as a distraction and he'd rather ignore it and just focus on his life goals. I quickly realized that he was confusing mental health with mental illnesses. You see, we all have a mental health. It is one of the dimensions of wellness, like physical and financial health. Listen, I'm not mad at someone that focuses on their life goals. However, mental health isn't just about disorders, it's how you deal with life in general. Being mindful of your needs is a very good way to identify problems and then implement solutions down the line. See, we all hit those bumps on the road, and if we don't put in the work right now to deal with them, we may not be able to fix the flat tire that they may cause. A lot of us have been raised to push our feelings aside or to suppress our emotions. But you see, suppressing your emotions doesn't make them go away. It just buries them temporarily, only for them to show up later as a random outburst of anger or burnout, just to name a few. Instead, what you want to do is process and understand each emotion and how they affect you as an individual. Have you ever been in a situation where you say something, mean or hurtful out of frustration only to later realize that you wish you could take it back? I strongly believe that the quality of our lives depends on the quality of the relationships that we build. Having good mental health habits is a great way to build good relationships as well as maintain them. You see, good mental health also helps you minimize self-doubt, make confident decisions, and even bounce back from certain setbacks you may have in life. In other words, it's a way of just enjoying life to the fullest. We all experience hardships at one point in our lives, and many times we can't control a lot of that. However, we always get to control how we respond to what happens to us. Now, don't get me wrong, the goal here isn't to just be happy all the time, but instead living a more wholesome, purposeful life and recognizing that a bad day doesn't mean that we have to have a bad life. Your story matters, your mind matters, and you matter. This is why you do not have to wait a whole decade before you can get help. There's professional people out there like myself that can help you figure out what's going on, address it sooner rather than later. The last thing that I want to see with any client that I work with is them continuously struggle with the same problems over and over. If you've heard that famous quote by Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. In professional counseling, we get to the pain points, address them, and figure out what may be working for you and what may not be working for you. Essentially, we all have our own way, and the idea is to let go of the things that don't work and focus more on the things that work and build on those strengths. I hope this video offered some encouragement and clarity on what mental health is. And if you want some tips on how to improve your mental health, make sure to check out some of my other videos on my channel. Thank you for your time and see you on the next one.